Well, hi guys, it's Courtney Piper Catterth, and this time I'm gonna go ahead and film, video record myself here. Obviously, this is not a live Facebook feed, which is what I was attempting to do, but nonetheless, perhaps this will give me an opportunity to even edit this piece, and then of course it'll be sent to YouTube and various other channels. So I wanted to take a moment to just kind of go back to some of my roots. And I first started doing, like expressing my art and expressing my thoughts in my writing and some of like my, like feelings on sex and sexuality and, you know, a lot of, women's issues and things like that just through a medium, through Facebook. But I had a page several years ago, several years ago, excuse me, called the Foul Mouthed Yogi, and it was really fun for me to do that page. I loved the I loved the title, the Foul Mouthed Yogi, for a lot of reasons. I think in some ways it describes me. I've since shied away from being called a yogi in any way. I go in and out of really understanding my place in the world of yoga and all of that, because I don't really see it as like something I'm necessarily, equipped to lead. um, and, but at the same time, I have a deep, deep, deep appreciation for the power of mindfulness and the power and strength and beauty and flexibility and the, theoretical concepts and ideologies and, esotericism really that comes along with acknowledging the mind body connection and our relationship with spirit or energy, vibration, manifestation, that type of stuff. So, I guess you could call that yoga. I think of it as a state of mind first and foremost. I think of yoga as a state of mind, meaning that we will be in these uncomfortable places in our mind, and the only way really through those uncomfortable places is through it and emoting and feeling through it, possibly, or processing it, or easing into it and easing out of it and accepting it. And that relates, I think, really well. It correlates really well with the asana, with the yoga pose. So when we take yoga pose, and I think that's what, a lot of people really see when they think yoga. Like when they think of the word yoga, they think of an asana. They think of a person in a position, in a pose, and that is absolutely a huge part of, the Yoga Sutras. But it is a equal part of 8 sutras, and so I believe I have that right. See, I'm no master by any means, not even close. I'm just a little baby yogi, if anything. But what I'm trying to say is that the physicality, the physical part, cannot be disconnected from the mental part and the emotion and the spirit and the energy and the vibration and all of those things, like the metaphysics and the physicality of it all, is it coexists constantly. It's all together, it's all inside of you, all of the time. And so then if you have all of these things at work in you, and yoga is, a state of existing with all of these things, yoga is existing within all of these things, then essentially you can practice yoga all of the time. You can practice yoga, you know, just by merely identifying that you are practicing yoga and taking a moment to pause and find the breath in between the words and find the space in between your vertebrae as you lengthen on your inhales, and find the space beneath you in your sit bones. That space, that foundation, that center of gravity, finding that space within the gravity and finding that center within the gravity is yoga. It's yoga, and it's mindfulness. It's awareness of your breath and your body and your frequency. Okay, so I tend to run a little high in my frequency. I think I'm I'm an excitable person, for better or for worse, for good or for bad, which I try to embrace both, the dark and the light within myself. I really do try to do that, because then I feel like I'm serving other people in a better capacity, because then I can hold space, hopefully, for their dark and their light. And I don't always win, and I don't always do a great job at that. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't always do a great job at doing that for myself. And then, often enough, I end up not doing a good job of that with other people. And that always concerns me. Like, I always want to do better than I've done before. But in our mindfulness, it's okay to be aware that you're human as well, and that you make mistakes, and that we all are making mistakes right alongside each other, and in that compassionate, awareness of ourselves and other people, we're allowing for those mistakes to happen, and we're allowing for, ourself to see ourselves and others, to truly see the connectivity of ourselves to other people, and beyond that, and beyond people, and the land, and the sun and the moon and the stars, and virtually everything and anything that you believe that you're connected to or can resonate with. So I want to wrap this up. This is going on about 8 minutes, and I would love to do some more physical yoga asana practice with you, and I'm going to be videotaping these and putting them on my YouTube channel, which is Red Tent Productions. So join me there. Hopefully I can keep a voice, and I would love to see you in class. I would love to share in our yoga practices together. So namaste. This is actually really nice to slow down and do it this way on the videotape. I hope you enjoyed it too. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.